Good morning, this is Wayne Belisle with another Smart Profit Maximizing Moment. We're starting a little late today. Camera's a little weird. There we go. Lost the top of my head. Without Tessie, I had a profit seat today in my coaching group, and it was an excellent one. Got some hints myself, so it's always a great seat. That's a good point. No matter how good you get, you need a coach, and you need somebody who actually runs off of what, can point you in the right direction, save you a lot of time, help you make more money. If you don't have a coach, give me a call. I might be the guy that's good for you. But before we get into my topic, which is how to legally write off bad debt. Everybody thinks you can just write off bad debts, no problem. But there are some things you need to do for the IRS. Before we get to that, let me reintroduce myself a little bit better. My name is Wayne Belisle. I'm the founder of a local CPA firm in El Paso, Texas. Sorry, the voice is a little iffy today. Allergies and a cold snap, and it's just one of those times. So we'll power through this though. Excuse me. I'm founder of a local CPA firm. We basically focus on three things. All right. We focus on helping our clients make more money, which is the reasons for these videos. Also, we coach, profit coach, the creator of the Smart Profit Maximizing System. And in the process of writing my first real book, I've got some small books out there, Kindle books and things like that, but my first real book, which is Hidden Profits, the 9 nasty things that are stopping you from building the dream business, your dream business or something like that. The editor is working on the title. But that's kind of where we're at, how to mine the gold that's hiding in your business right now. Also, tax planning. We're moving straight into tax planning time. Over the last 3 years alone, saved my clients over $4.5 million legally, all right? If you think you're paying too much money, now's the time to do it. If your CPA isn't busy in November, December, they're not really doing tax planning. You need to give me a call. I got an opening for maybe 5 to 10 more tops. I'm not even sure more than 5. I'll see how many people sign up. Truth of the matter is, once I do tax planning, I tend to do it every year. So that's neither here nor there. Finally, of course, we do tax returns. We finished tax season finally for 2018 last week on October 15th. Believe it or not, still have some left because for some people, deadlines are just recommendations. Anyways, look, let's talk about how to legally write off bad debts from receivables, from past due receivables. Look, everybody knows offering credit terms is a way to increase sales, but this invariably leads to some clients who just won't pay their bill, all right? I was just working with somebody, we wrote off almost $250,000. Now, that's another story for another. I think I actually have done a video on that, so you might want to search how to collect receivables. You should have never got to that point. But if it gets to that point and you can't get paid, how do you do it legally? Well, to be sure, make sure that you do write off every bad debt that you can't recover. One of the main things I'm looking for when I'm doing a tax return is I'm looking at the customer's list running an aging, looking at the over 90 to see stuff that's really old and see if we can write it off. Why pay taxes? Especially, and here's a key point, you first need to figure out how your tax return is done. Is it prepared on the accrual basis or on the cash basis? Cash basis is simple. Cash, I report the income to the IRS when I collect the cash. Obviously, I can't write off a bad debt. Big question I get all the time. Can I write off a bad debt? If you're on a cash basis, you didn't pick it up as income, so you can't write it off. Accrual means you bill them the date you finish the work or delivered the product. And that's when it becomes a sale for the IRS. So since I picked it up as income, I can write it off. But I have to follow some rules, all right? I need some things to prove that the debt is real. First of all, it's genuine. It's a real invoice, a real debt, and that it really is uncollectible, all right? This requires a few things. One, you need to have a copy of the invoice and proof that the product or service was delivered, all right? 2, proof that you made a reasonable attempt to collect the debt. That doesn't mean you have to file a lawsuit or use a collection agency, but you should detail your collection efforts, document any phone calls to the customers, and keep copies of any collection letters you sent. You can claim the deduction in the year that the debt went bad, became worthless, or partially worthless, which means you settled it, all right? I had one recently. The guy came in, he owed me like $1,000 for the last year and a half. Finally came and said, man, I apologize. I thought I'd have the money. I could never get enough money up to pay you. I got $500. It's the best I can do. I'm out of business anyways. And I said, fine, take the $500 right off the rest. And I'm going to work with him, still. And, I'll help my clients even when they're down. Don't kick people when they're down. If you failed, you're supposed to do it in the year it became apparent. if you didn't, and if it's a large enough amount, it's obvious that they filed a bankruptcy, let's say in 2018, and you didn't find about it until 2019, they did a Chapter 7, totally gone, you're never going to see a penny. If it's a large amount, you're really supposed to go back and amend 18 and, show, hey, it went bankrupt, and this time, at the time we did the return, we weren't aware they went bankrupt. Okay. If it's a smaller amount, it's kind of customary to just do it in the current year. It's not that big of a deal. All right. Remember, this is for accrual clients only. If you're on a cash basis, you really can't write off bad debts. I've seen it. I've seen people actually do it on a return. If you check the little box that says cash and then you have a bad debt expense, that's a red flag. Don't do that. All right, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.